All right, imagine this. It's Friday night, and you're sitting at the bar when this beautiful girl walks up. You think to yourself, man, I'd love to go talk to her. But instead, you do nothing but sip on your IPA and dream about the possibilities. Life is short. Put the drink down and shoot your shot. Go say hi to her. I used to fear talking to women. Long time ago. But after leaving the bar, she'd be on my mind. I'd find myself wondering if she was the one, or if she was at least a fun person to hang out with. Maybe she would have been nice to talk to for 30 minutes over a couple of shots of 1800. And I'd find myself haunted by another road not taken. As I got older, the fear of what might have been overcame my fear of being shot down. I began to take my shot, and I got confident. Sometimes the girl would say no. She'd get uppity, she'd get upset, or fat friend might scout me. It's girls' night. Can you just leave us alone? I'd tell her she's mad at herself, not at me. I'd walk away laughing. But sometimes that blonde locked eyes with you from across the bar. And in that crowded room, it was as if no one was there and time stood still. And those brief, fleeting moments were so magical that it made those awkward moments and frumpy friends worth dealing with. Some nights you just had a genuine conversation with a pretty girl. What's Billy Joel say? We were sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. Other nights you wound up having fun together, pulling tables together so you and her friends could mingle over fireball and innuendo. And we'd leave after the bartenders kick us out, hungry and full of youthful optimism. The kind that ends with her screaming woo as we walk down the street in search of cheese fries and good times. And then you wake up and realize maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves. Lost in the moment, all jacked up on Red Bull and hormones, and you get back to life. Thanks for the memories. But at least you took your shot. At least you didn't find yourself wondering where that night would have taken you. So when should you approach the girl at the bar? This is where most guys go wrong. The typical guy will see a pretty girl and just go talk to her. There's nothing wrong with this, but you shouldn't be trying to pick her up right away. You need to test the waters first. Talk to her like she's a real human being. And spoiler alert, she is. If she starts giving you signs, then you can escalate to getting her number or taking her home. So what are the signs? One of my favorite signs that women will give is what I refer to as the Netflix rule. During peak #MeToo hysteria, Netflix made a rule banning its employees from staring at each other for longer than 5 seconds, which, while hilarious, is not entirely off base. If a woman is staring at you for more than 3 seconds, she likely is attracted to you. That doesn't mean she is 100% sold on going home with you. She's simply attracted. She could be in a committed relationship, she could be feeling bloated that day, or maybe she's just not ready to move on to a new relationship. But it's a good filtering process to get you started. If she's struggling to make eye contact with you, it's usually a subtle way of her showing you that she's not interested. If you see her scanning the room or just looking away from you, do yourself a favor and cut it off quickly. Say, it was nice talking to you, and move on. So what do you say to the girl at the bar? My favorite pickup line has always been, hi, I'm Ryan. It's simple and effective. And if she's interested in you, what you say is not that big of a deal. If anything, using a cheesy pickup line just comes across as shady and makes you look like a pickup artist. Now, you can always make an observational comment, and this can be a great way to break the ice. This can be anything from mentioning the game that she's watching on TV, commenting on the drink she has, or something in the surrounding area that she seems to be interested in. Do not make a comment about her appearance right away. It makes you look shallow. Do not say anything negative or complain about the service. You want to be the fun guy. You want to be aloof, lighthearted, and happy. This alone will help you stand out from the masses of normal dudes. Then you can move on to what is essentially the interview process. This is where both you and her are getting to know each other. She'll ask you some qualifying questions to get to know you. And you should also be asking questions about her. This interview process is supposed to go both ways. This is where a lot of guys go wrong. They'll spend so much time and energy worrying about whether the girl likes him. They don't even stop to think, do you even like her? I don't care how hot she is. If she's annoying to be around, I'm not wasting my time, and neither should you. Move on. This is the abundance mindset you hear so much about. The most important part is closing. You need a call to action, as the marketers would say. This could be anywhere from getting her number to taking her back to your place, but you need to be clear about your intentions. Do not let yourself get trapped in the dreaded friend zone. If you end it with something like, let's hang out sometime, you'll likely never take it to the next level. You need to make it clear that you're interested in her in a romantic way. So how do you avoid getting friend zoned by the girl at the bar? Most guys who end up getting friend zoned are so afraid of rejection that they never make their intentions clear. Often the girl doesn't even know that you're interested in her. She may suspect, but she doesn't know. Women always want to know where they stand. What's the worst thing that can happen if she turns you down? If you just met her, you can shake it off. But if you allow yourself to wait for the right moment, like so many guys do, you're building up anticipation and potential disappointment. This is wasting your time. This is wasting your energy. Find out right away if she's interested in you. And if not, move on with your life. Pay attention to social cues. All too often, I see guys go from casual conversations to leaning in for a kiss. You're missing some steps if you're doing this. You need to gauge her interest. Is she holding your gaze with her eyes? Are her feet pointed towards you? Does she find excuses to touch you? Women are often very clear with their physical touching. They're very aware of how they're touching you. If she's brushing your arm, that's a decent indicator. If she's practically falling over you as she hugs you, that's a good sign. If she's laughing at your dumb jokes, that's another good sign, especially if you're not funny. Many people will tell you not to make a move right away, but there's a lot of room between no contact and making out with some girl you just met. Your job is to gauge the situation and find the right balance. Most importantly, don't force a connection that just isn't there. You can't negotiate desire. So how do you appear interesting to the girl at the bar? If you can form connections with the bartenders and people at the bar, this can really help your case. It provides instant social proof. This can be accomplished by visiting the same locations on a semi-consistent basis. Tip really well. If you want to be a regular, take care of the people who are taking care of you. This is good advice even if you're not trying to pick up girls at the bar. Make connections with other regulars that you see there often. Buy them a drink once in a while. They'll likely return the favor as well, so it evens out. And make an effort to remember everyone's name. Simply saying hi to them as you walk in and getting a hello back makes you look like the guy to know. If you want to appear attractive, you need to be living an interesting life. And it's really not hard to stand out today. Most guys are spending their leisure time playing video games, scrolling on their phone, and watching porn. You can stand out as a high-value man by simply having a passion project that you work on, an interesting hobby, maybe martial arts, or even just being well-read. For more ideas, check out the link in the show notes about 10 ways for men to improve their life. And if you want these types of experiences, you need to up your dating game. This is something I don't talk about too often, but my friend Niels Koch, he's got this guide called Dating King Sex Magic, and it's a fantastic reference guide for men who are looking to get good with women. This guide will explain the fundamentals of dating and sex in a way that you wish your father would have explained to you. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about that, click the link below. This is Ryan Feldman from Path to Manliness, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and help this channel grow. Thanks for listening as always.